don't know. How should I do this? That's more like it. Can we start this over? Molweni. Hello. I was supposed to have been recording, and then I set the camera. I set the camera up. After I'm looking for a coffee. I set up the camera, and then I just had so many distractions that I'm five to just not making this video. Yeah, understand that, like, where did I put, now I've lost my coffee. I need to put sugar inside my coffee. And a part of me is like, okay, maybe I should just focus on putting the sugar in my coffee and then I will record. But then I'm also like, if I put the sugar in the coffee and then say that I'm gonna record later, it might just, this video will not happen. But I honestly, I'm just at a very realistic point where this thing, don't try to make it perfect. If you don't do it, it just won't happen. And there's no best perfect way of recording or documenting my story. I need to just do it. I've been wanting to do it in a more nicer, formal way, to like record this process, and it's just not been happening. I got the sugar. This is my second like workspace. I'm working in this room, but what I'm doing right now, imdaga. So imdaga means it's very dirty. I'm working with clay, and so I'm using the clay in this part of the studio. There. Can you see? Can you see? That's where I am. I'm building up the silos into my model, and then I'm gonna start taking lots of pictures of it. Let's set this up. Let's set that up. You can see, Uba, I've put this on top of this material. Oh, I just put, how many teaspoons did I put of iswegile? Anyways, so I'm putting in clay into these cardboard molds, and I just want to have the clay come up so I can take a picture of the model and then take it to Photoshop. But I've just been hit with a wave of confidence, something that last week just left the door. And she walked out. I tried to pick her up and be like, girlfriend, I need you. No, she was like, you're on your own. And I think it wasn't that I wasn't confident. It's just like, honestly, just like the shock of it all, that, you know, you can work so much, or, you know, and then things just like start trickling, like what's like zingasebenzi, like they just, all of everything. And I think a part of it is also guided by fear, actually. If you also internally believe that things will not work out, they won't work out. So, this maroon chair in the frame is not doing justice. It's not. It's better now that I've removed it. Actually, I haven't greeted properly. Hello, everyone. I've been wanting to make a video ever since we had 100 people. We have 100 people. I saw the notification, and I wanted to buy like imafini, nekandlela, like a candle, and like blow the candle and be like, whoa, thank you for 100 subscribers. Thank you. I think thank you to the people that have just been taking in what I have to say. I had set a goal for myself to document my master's journey, and over the course of the year there's been moments where I've been recording, and there's been moments where I've been thinking about recording, and then I think, oh, how great it would have been if I had like a record of that. But in the telling and recording and wanting to tell my story, but also working on a story and going through my master's year, I'm learning, and I've like grown so much, and I've honestly like experienced so much off of all the expectations of how this should have been, could have been, or all the things I thought, but it's gonna go this way. First of all, I had to battle my fears. I had to accept the things I like, and I'm learning and exploring so many parts of me that I didn't even know exist. It's been a fantastic journey. It's been a blessed journey. It's been one of those things where you really can actually plan, and it can happen and still go according to plan, even when you feel like it's not going according to plan. I think the HVAC system is making this noise, and I don't know if the noise is gonna go into the video, and then if I'm gonna have to audio edit or something, but hopefully I've projected my voice that you guys can hear me. As I was saying, so I did come in with the intention that I'm going to step into this year and delve into a topic, and this topic, I wanted to open doors for me outside, for when I come outside of this will be the beginning. This is a reset, because up to this point, up to this year, I've just been, at some points I was just like, I'll do what I'm being told, I'll do what I'm being told. But this year I really wanted to turn the wheel and say that I'm going to reshift, redirect, take hold of my life. And so many people have supported me to get to this point. So many people believed in me, and at the same time, so many people did not believe in me. So many people, I fought through all of that. And this year was really a point where it was all about, what do I say about myself? Do I believe in myself? It's never, because you can have the support and the people believe in you, structures put in place for you to succeed. But if you don't see yourself succeed, or you don't want to succeed, you won't succeed. I'm thinking back to 2 years back when I made the video, becoming the CEO of my dreams. What? That's insane. I was so cool. I mean, I am cool because that was me. But I'm thinking back to that girl that was just, she was more into artsy, like art and painting and watercolors. And I think because the project was like less than 6 months, I didn't really have the time to sit and merge this architecture and the art and the paintings and my understanding of drawing. But 2023 for me was in a way where things were really, and I was also intentionally just like shifting things, and to think that I was doing 2023 whilst working at home. Wow. I was studying at UJ, I was working from home, and then I was traveling from Pretoria to Joburg. you're working and studying alone. Working and studying alone is a mission, and what a wow. I think part of the reason why I'm even making this video today is I really sit and think of what I've done, what I've accomplished, and take in just how hardworking and how brilliant I am. I really do a disservice to myself at points when I really believe, oh, I won't make it, or this won't work, or whatnot. Forgetting that I've gone through and I've achieved so much in a space where I had nothing to achieve. With that said, I don't want to be going all over in circles, because also I hope that the things I'm sharing right now are things that do make sense, and I'm not just like rambling. Yeah, like, wow, you know. Wow, 2025 has been the year of my life. It has been the year that, for the first time, no, not the first time, but for this one, like, I intent from last year, from December, daydreamed about a diary. I daydreamed about a year planner. I got the year planner. I made budgets. I made a 3-year plan. I made a 5-year plan. I made plans. And then I came to school, and I even prepped my outfits for that first week for the introduction. And I said, I'm going to walk in there and I'm going to introduce myself, and I'm going to dress this way, and it's going to go exactly this way, because I now see, you know, the visions that I've set for myself. I see a possible brighter future than all that I've like come from. I think before I really did sit with a, well, things are not happening for me, but they're happening for so and so. What about me? And it wasn't a thing of, I'm here. This is the opportunity that I have. How do I use it best to go forward and really shine? And really, this thing of the watercolors that I started putting in, my lecturers were like, your watercolors are great, you know. And then I kind of like frozen there and stuff. I think I needed, as I said, I needed more time than the time we had with the project. But I still was fearful of myself or my shine. I still was holding back, and I then went back into this whole, I don't know. But I'm fine. I'm okay. I know construction. I know detailing. I know how to draw. I know how to draw. I know how to paint. I know how to design. But I think being in a space where I've had to prove it for such a long time, by the time I did blossom and I was in a space where I didn't have to prove it anymore, I just had to be, I retracted, like I was like, you know. And then 2024, what happened in 2020? 2024, what? 2024 was the videos. It was the videos, lots of videos, because I'm just like, did we really paint last year? Last year, I think, was when the shift into digitization started to happen. But last year was also such a beautiful year. 2024 was such a beautiful year. And I haven't rounded off my honors series. There's some footages that I have of the final stage, because we had architecture week. And then architecture week, it was the Q4 reviews, and then I'd uploaded my Q4 review video, right? And then after that, because I just uploaded those, and then it was the summer show, I did record some videos also when we were working up to the summer show, but documenting last year, me, and documenting and the behind the scenes, and yeah, I was that person. So 2024 actually in my life is the most recorded. I've recorded myself so much, and it wasn't even a thing of recording that I'm even speaking with you guys. It was even more so with myself. I would sit and talk to myself through video making, and storytelling basically was this thing. It's not to say in the previous years it wasn't, because even with starting YouTube, it was trying to trail or keep track with my story. And so 2024 was like, well, you know, you can do it yourself. You can do all these things. You don't need to find this person to do this. And then the beginning of the year, I set this intention to have a master's documentary. I even called up a friend of mine. He's a videographer. Not to out you, I don't think he's going to see this video, but we had a whole meeting about how I need you to come and you take videos of me while I'm at school and doing some presentations. Imagine if we had followed up. Because this year was really like a lot of important things happened. But at the same time, you know, not having things on record, I have this huge forgiving spirit where the memory is still there. And when I get older and I forget things, the things that like I'll have to remember then will be the important things anyway. So I always have this balance line where, I mean, it serves me that at least I remember what I went through. And so writing, so, you know, mediums, it's all these mediums that I've been grappling with. So then writing is a way to record. Writing is a way to keep track, and writing and reading things that I've written, or feelings or emotions. Oh my word. I came across this letter I wrote for myself on the 30th of October. Is it 30th of September, years ago, 2022, I think. And I read it and I just like started crying. It hits different from watching a video I've recorded of myself, like from then, right? The thing I wrote, the piece I wrote, and I wrote back to her, and I was like, girl, you know, you're like you're an assistant lecturer now, 2 years in the game. You are doing your master's now. You live in your own nice big room at Res, like at the postgrad residence that you always wanted to stay in. Because I used to walk past Hoodstad like, you know, it would make so much sense to just live in school, and in this Res specifically, that's close to the student center, that's close to FADA, and I wanted that, you know. And I'm writing back to this girl like, girl, I'm doing that. I mean, I'm pushing for the driver's license. I'm pushing for it, working on that. But like, I'm doing the things. I'm really doing the things. And in our heads, we're always sitting with, I need to do grandiose, you know, more grandiose every time you move in spaces. But the little things and the little things that I get to do, that I get to say that I'm doing right now, seem flippin' crazy and fantastic to that girl that was writing that letter then. You know, the things that she was going through then, her mental situation, a financial situation. Girlfriend, the only debt that you have right now is that clothing account. Like, what a flex. I don't have tuition debt. Like, you don't have tuition debt, you don't have residence debt. I need to make sure that it's zero. It's sitting on zero. Like, I'm sitting on zero when it comes to school debt. Something that had weighed so much. Like, at one point, it was like an identity of mine. Now, I'm so blessed that if I need materials, if I need like glue, there's so much actually. I'm laser cutting full time. I'm a full-time laser cutter. I'm working on model and on a beautiful model. I'm using mirror, and I actually put real mirror on the model. Flex. I love models. I think I'd always had this thing that I'm not the best at them, but like I love them. And my final proposition model is on MDF, not on cardboard. Professional. And that's why I hope this clay thing is not gonna miss my okay, I want to show you. So okay, leave that. I mean, I'm using clay. I had a 20 kg clay bag. I'm spray painting when I want to spray paint. If I think up an idea and I want to do something, I can just go to the hardware store and get it and do it. And the freedom to explore my ideas, I think for me, and this hits me emotionally because I think it's just been that thing where for me this is such a blessing to have a space to create, to work on my ideas and to see them come into fruition, to be taken seriously. And so sorry, I'm coming to share all of this with you guys. Because sometimes you really need to sit in a moment and feel that you are living out your dreams and you are living your best life and everything is working out for you, even in the midst of the chaos. And for 2 presentations, I've been living through, because I was like, no ways, everything is working out for me. This is the last thing that could happen to me. I'm embarrassed. And then I think I walked out of myself and I was like, and it's like, even because like I went to music school, right, when I was younger. And in music school, there was a time where we used to, when I practiced, my teacher would say, when you make a mistake, don't go back to the beginning. Continue play. You need to learn to hear the music and to train your finger muscle memory to pick up where you left off. And so that the listener, because if you start over, the listener will obviously catch on, right? And so it's all about how the music is going to be presented to the person listening to the person. And now with presentations and talking and having an audience, they should not know that I'm nervous. They should not know that things have fallen apart. It should, even when you're a performer, and I didn't go to performance school, and I don't think, I did debating. I was horrible. I was horrible. We used to like prepare speeches and go against other high schools, and it was a whole thing. I think, why did I do that? Why did I put myself in that situation? It was the scariest time of my life. High school kids were so confident. Those high school kids were so damn confident and outspoken, and I used to be so timid and so that's a story for another day. Back to performance now, right? So when you're having a speech and you need to, you need these high pressure point, like, you know, like this is what I'm saying and it is right and it's a fact and you must take it and then I must win this argument at the end of it. There's no room for error, right? Once you start like stuttering, then even if whatever you're saying is convincing, it won't be convincing. It won't land convincingly. So I'm really doing my best to like trailblaze through the story because we are on 23 minutes. My apologies. So what was I saying? Yeah, so performance and last week my body was like Pinda Sioyika. We are scared, like we don't know, like it was like, you know, and then half of me is like, no, we're gonna do this, guys, we're gonna do this. And then the other half of me is like, you need to but the one and then I was just like, and then, you know what now was perfect about the whole thing, the whole scenario? Nothing is perfect. It won't be perfect. And in the presence of it not being perfect, your audience are people like you. They understand. And I actually was sharing this to my friend. I was telling him about my situation, and I shared with him that I actually remember at the AZA conference, the movie stopped. And when the movie stopped, there was a technical difficulties happened, but I'd forgotten about that. But once I went through my situation last week, I'm like, yeah. And I was the audience, and I was like, I still want to watch. And we waited, and they so how they handled it was the communication of during the whole thing. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is what's happening. So the lesson for me in my previous presentation was that, babes, things, plugs and whatever is what it happens, but in it happening, and in laser cut machines being destroyed, not being destroyed, but in things, just when things stop working, when printers stop working, and all the things that are set in place that are supposed to enhance your work or whatever, when they stop working, it doesn't mean that I should also shut down and stop working. Do you get me? I think that's what was happening. I was like, okay, well, I should also shut down. No. It's now, how do you still make sure that you communicate what you wanted to communicate, get the message across, because the work is still there. And for me, actually, another thing was my aura that day. Like, the energy to be me is so heavy. I feel like I stepped out of my body, and I was like, whoa, like, you are such a confident person. Damn. And I'm like, yo, I need to climb stairs to find me, like to be me. Damn, wow, what a wow. I've come such a long way. And I love me, and I love it for us, but I don't love it for us when we don't feel confident. And then we have to be, and then people, like, when I saw them, it's like they had this expectation, and I'm just like, oh, whoa, no, guess today I'm just not, I think I honestly should have asked for just like someone else to go before me, just to catch a breather, because wow, literally. So anyways, back to the mediums. So I traversed through painting, right? And actually, this channel started with me. The first video I made in this channel was that watercolor exercise in my room, Efitas. Oh my gosh. I didn't even have a nice camera back then. Like, it was just like the phone. I had the phone like this. Okay, I was recording with the phone like this, and the phone camera was like looking down, and I was like shaking with my head, and I was painting from a book, and that was COVID. I think were we wearing masks? Another year. I think we were wearing masks. I've lost my memory of what. Whoa, I've lost memory. It was about 4 years ago. Yes, that was my first YouTube video. So it was watercolors, and yeah, the big vision was, I'm gonna be this watercolorist, and my medium is watercolor, and I'm gonna make these nice drawings, and I love what I still do. And I actually, last year in Architecture Week, I bought watercolors. Have not been used. I have brushes. I think back at that time I used to be like, no, when I have money, I'm gonna buy these things. And yeah. Lies, baby girl, lies. The more money and the more freedom to do the things I want to do, the more it's hard to do them. I don't know, maybe in the struggle, it's fun to do it, and it's like, I'll do it because it's impossible to do it. But then when it's possible to do it, so I traversed through watercolors, and the big goal and the big dream was, one day when I'm doing my master's, I'm gonna have these hand drawings, and then I'm gonna come with the brush, I'm gonna shade my section, I'm gonna have shadows there, I'm gonna have, yay, concrete is gonna be so nice and gray. No, I don't even have concrete in my building. So I then moved from watercolors to videos and ArchiCAD. I should mention ArchiCAD. I should mention, because I think I'm one of those people. I disrespected the fact that I could use Revit and Rhino, because now that I don't have the ability to use both those softwares, babes, own what you know. Own it. I think that's the key word right there. If I was going to edit this video, I'd put in big words. Own what you know. I don't even have like a pen in front of me to write this down so that we can all remember it. Own what you know and embrace it. You know, like embrace what you know and make it work for you. So then it was the videos, it was ArchiCAD, because I got this job and I was working remotely from home. And the first year, damn, I was shifting from Revit to ArchiCAD, and my older sister was an ArchiCAD miser back at that time. And she literally, my first project that I got, it was a house, and I had to model up this house, and she helped me. Oh, she can't use ArchiCAD anymore. She's now on Revit. And at that time, when she was helping with ArchiCAD, I said to her, after I finish with this project, you are learning Revit. I'm going to teach you Revit. And yeah, she never, like, that never happened. But she did learn Revit eventually, and she did come to me. I need to know how to use Revit. So that happened. So we did this like swap. I gave her my Revit. She gave me ArchiCAD. Ever since, I'm good with ArchiCAD, honestly. But I have to catch up. I have to come back to Revit, because Veronica, my friend, Veronica's been, if ever I show Veronica something, put this on Revit. And then no, even my other friend who's going as well, that was Revit. Kuma's Revit. Is like Revit. Damn. Now imagine if I'm both Revit and ArchiCAD, and I go back to my Rhino days. So last year it was storytelling, it was ArchiCAD, then Blender. And actually with Blender, I think I'm feeling a pain in my shoulder. Blender. Yeah. Just to move a hand. The things I went through just to move a hand. Riggering. I think though I was grasping it, and I should have during the holiday downloaded videos and just grinded. But I think because my unit dissolved, and then I was like, So it was that. And then 2025, I'm like the Maison. There's a word in my head right now. Is it Meister? Maeza? It's like this. Something. Not, maybe you could say atelier, but atelier, artisan. It's somewhere there, this word that I'm looking for, but it's sharing, it's in the family of these words. So this year, jiggy fabric, jiggy timber, jiggy I want to curate, jiggy girl is not drawing to save her life. And they've been begging me, and and I've been drawing actually, but I've been writing, I'm doing all of it. Basically, the summary is that I think this year was just a combustion of everything. And I didn't mention that back in 2020, clothes also was something that I didn't see it as a medium. I didn't see clothes and my story of clothes and my brand Wonders Closet as a medium. 2025. Actually, at the end of 2024, I was like I was into costume design, because I made a film. In the film, I was the costume designer. And the costume dictated the script. It dictated the set design. And set design, production design. That girl, FPL, something, that girl that's like does set design stuff, production design. It's production design, set design. Actually both. Because production design is the one where the movies, they make the room, right? They architect the world in which the story lives in. That's my definition of production design. So you have production design, and then you have set design. Set design and production design, I say they're cousins. I'm not saying that right now, I'm feeling that they're two different things. Then those two. Because, right, I thought, oh no, I'm a costume designer. No, but I'm also an architect. I know how to make spaces. But I know how to dress. Yes, dressing. And I know how to tell a story. So dressing stories, architecture, creating spaces. Guys, it's a movie. And I said it. I used to say before COVID, I don't know. The thing is, I didn't know how to, you don't know how to, I don't know how to put it. I'm good. I'm good. Like I have a space in architecture. Because at that time, no, life was rough for the girl. I was like, yeah, no, this is the pits for me. It's the pits. But I knew it. And I used to say, I'm interested in, like, clothes. I'm interested in clothes. I'm interested in the story, the plot. I'm that one person, if you watch a movie with me, I'm going to break down the plot. And I'm going to be like, okay, this person's going to do this. And yeah, I'm that person. I'll even pause the movie and we will discuss. Me and the plot are here. Me and the characters. I am the most forgiving person when it comes to horrible actors. I love Shonda Rhimes. Is it Shonda Rhimes? What's her name? Shonda. Scandal. Oh, Olivia Pope. Olivia Pope. Viola Davis. And then also Breaking Bad. Yeah. Breaking Bad, I think for me, is my ultimate. I love stories. And yeah, man. I used to say maybe it's the whole film. And so now, to bring it into full circle, quickly, I'm sitting in studio right now, and it is my last week of my life. It is the last full week. Actually, it's the last week because today is Monday, right? Today is Monday, and the exams begin next week Monday. So 7 days from now, the education journey pauses. I'm not saying it ends, because funny enough, I'm also now like PhD. I'm also like PhD, maybe. Not next year. So the full circle is that my project has a script. I've got this MDF model I'm making over here. I'm gonna Photoshop people into this model. I'm gonna tell the story. I have my film in drawing form. Insane. I've lived up my dream. I've come into a whole full circle, and all I have to do is own it. Now I just have to own it and tell the story and be like, hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Upinda. This is me. This is my work. This is what it's about. Trust when I'm picking people in Photoshop, I'm going to look for people that are wearing nice outfits, That's where the costume design is going to come in. Trust when I'm looking for angles in my rooms, I'm going to be shifting around furniture. Poof, production design. I think I'm getting solutions even as I'm saying this. Like, what the hell? I'm living my dream. And actually, I've chosen to be positive and to enjoy this week. I'm going to enjoy not only this week, but the rest of my life, because it is going right according to plan. It is going according to plan, even when it isn't, even when it's not, it's still according to plan. Because when it's not going according to plan, at that moment, according to how you want or you had envisioned the plan would move. Like, it's like when you're heading to a route and then the GPS starts giving you a different route because maybe it's avoiding traffic, and so you're like, start doubting, am I even gonna get to the place, because what's this now? And then you start seeing the roads merge and they come together, and it's like, I've been in my lane this entire time. And so comparison is the thief of joy. Not only own what you know, keep looking at it, keep standing back to be like, wow, girl, because the other version girl of you was not this cool. I'm like the out. I keep being out. Like, I'm like cooler than the other one. I also feel like the historical versions of me were cooler. So it's like this whole, like, the future me and the old me and the present me, we're all having these like triangulation, and I'm here like, oh, I'm probably gonna be much more richer, right? And then the past me is like, no, I'm gonna learn more, I'm gonna know more. But then the future me is like, I used to do so much more. Oh, what happened? What happened? am I just like because wow. But I've been learning, and I keep learning new things. The fact that I was sitting with my lecturers and I was like, yeah, by the way, I did music, guys. I did do music. Because I'm making a playlist for my project. My project has a playlist, and I actually should have been DJing. I need to think about DJing some of the songs in my presentation, because like, I did a whole playlist. I've been audio engineering. I've been listening to music, sampling sounds. I've been but it's all coming back. It's all coming. Scoring. I'm scoring music for my own project. What the fuck? Oh my gosh. I'm scoring. I think I just realized. Because I did a script. So I'm a script writer now. We have a script for this thing. Did script writing. I did the set, which is the project. Hello. Obviously there. But how insane is the fact that it's a score? I'm doing lighting. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. It's too much. It's too much excitement. I'm not gonna waste any more time with the clay stuff because it also needs to dry. I'm just gonna go back to finishing up the drawings. But I know that I did receive the notification that we have 100 subscribers. Wow. Thank you. And however, I will still share the sentiments that you guys, please feel free to subscribe to things you want to subscribe to. I think I have this relationship. I have a different relationship to wanting or to force people to, because marketing, I have this very difficult relationship with marketing. It's not to say that I don't want things for myself and I don't want to have a platform that's doing well, or maybe it starts, I don't know, opening doors in its own way. However, because it's so tied to my personal story, and this for me has been this ongoing visual diary about my life. I'm content that I get to share my story and archive it. Important to archive it. But it does not go to say I do appreciate. Oh, this is not straight, Nje. I'm looking at my model. Oh my gosh, this is not straight. The way I just stuck this thing, honestly, I knew it wasn't straight because Jonga. I didn't stick this straight. Anyways, as I was saying, I think I'm gonna take this out. Jonga, it's stuck so bad. So anyways, yeah, and I think at the beginning of this year, I had this thing, I don't know if I'm gonna stay in Joburg, I don't know where the road is gonna go. But like I have the freedom and the ability to decide and will it into existence that after my years here, I want to go to Cape Town, I want to go to Durban, I want to go to Pietermaritzburg. Actually, I prefer the beach. Let's go back. I want to go to Nelson Mandela Bay, PE. I want to go basically the coast. Basically anybody by the beach. Thank you very much. I want to be in touch with my water ancestors. I had such a beautiful project last year. And I put it right by the water at the Sea Point Promenade. Listen. Did I go to the beach when we were there? I didn't. I'm the only one in my unit that didn't even go to the beach. I was sleepy because I was like, there's no way. It's windy outside. I'm not going to do that. And then I covered myself in blankets. That was my site. It's because I decided on the site when I was not in Cape Town anymore. Damn! I do like the beach. I really do like the beach. And I grew up on the coast. We used to walk to the beach. I'm just showing off at this point. I'm just showing off. Damn. Yes, I didn't think of it that way. But last year, like, they all went to they have pictures. There's pictures on our drive. People are at the beach. I didn't go twice. Even when we were going home, we stopped at Masonburg. I didn't get off the bus. I was really talking so much to the bus driver. I didn't go to the beach. That beach with the color, dun, 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 that's like famous. I didn't go there. I haven't been to that beach. Yay. But this year, Newta. I've been going to Newta. I've been going to site on a very biblical, get the pun, on a biblical tone. Yes, so I was going to buy a muffin and a candle and then sing for us. Oh, thank you for 100 subscribers. It did not happen, guys. It's just I can see, I really can see the way time is going for me. Even when I do buy, I think there was a time I bought the muffin, right? I ate it. I just ate the muffins. It's like, it's not gonna happen. Owning and embracing what you know is what I'd like you guys to take out of this video. I'm almost by an hour and I'm ready to pack my voice and be gone from your guys' face. So with all of that being said, the next time you see me, if I look really nice, just know things are going ooh. If I don't look nice, just know that things are going it's my final week and I think I'm even more confident. Yes, honey. I think Ushoni was here and he was sitting there and he really left his laptop in the studio. Did he leave his laptop or is he sleeping? Because ihleli phaya. So a little bit of housekeeping. Please keep me in good spirits this week as well. but I will do my best to absolutely enjoy it. It's actually such a surreal moment and experience to be where I'm at right now. And in terms of plans and dreams and goals for this channel, I always say I want to do this. Now I'm scared to say I want to do anything because I just don't do it. And then when I don't do it, I'm just like so hurt that I even said it. And then is it because I said that I'm going to do it that it's not happening? But this year did teach me that instead of sitting in the I want to do this and in the it's going to be like this, just do it. Do a rough draft. Keep refining it. That's it. It's really not that deep. It's not. It's so unspecial, in fact. I do want to do more. I need to get a tripod. At this point, it's honestly like, really, it's a get the tripod. And this week I'm gonna go for my life. You know, I'm gonna go forward with the intention that I looked at 2025 and I said I want this. And then this week I've got the chance to go for my masters. You know, this is the week where I'm gunning. I mean, I've been gunning for it the whole year, but this week is when we are doing it. I probably should write a piece to myself, actually. If I'd written what I've said right now in this video, oh my word. I'm gonna transcribe. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT, please transcribe the things I said in that video into a diary format that I can keep and upload and like download as a Word document, so that I could print it and look at it and just be able to read what I've said in this video for myself. Actually, damn, the internet is just doing the most. I'm gonna go for my life this week, and I'm gonna go for what's mine. I want a good life for Mrs. Pinda, and Miss Wonders Creative is now just evolving. The name is changing. I've gone from Wonders Closet, Wonders Creative, Wonders a Model, Wandinji. It's just Wonders she's doing it all. She's doing it all for us. Wow. Wow. So one day is now graduating. Oh, that should be a page. One day is graduating. Thank you. And I don't do the whole at the end of the video anymore because baby girl is grown. Okay, you know, you're not. I think if I still continue to do that, it would honestly, I would be really sad. I would be so sad. Thank you. If you didn't get to the end of this video, it's all right, because I have gotten to the end of it and I've gotten some healing from getting so much out of my chest, and I hope this video feeds back into me when I'm looking for this type of energy again, or just to have a memory of me being just all right and being okay, and to keep visualizing that I'm fine and things will work out just fine, just as they have been the whole year. May you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next video that I don't know I will make when, but yeah, thanks and bye.